What are the best currency pairs to trade? Now, let me start off by saying there isn't one best one that's going to have the most success or the most wins. There will be best currency pairs once you get to know them and it's suitable for you. But I'm going to get onto that point in a moment. But let's take a look at knowing sessions and relevant currency pairs to those respective sessions. So for anyone that doesn't know, there are three main ones, right? We have the Asian session where obviously China, Japan, Australia are all pretty much dictating the flow, right? Because these guys are active. This is their business days. Outside of what you see on the chart, right, all these price movements, there's real FX, foreign exchange transactional flow occurring, businesses doing business, M&A, so on and so forth. People need to exchange their Australian dollars to Japanese yen, for example, on the business side of things. So when we're looking at the Asian session, really, you want to be looking at, if you are active in that session, you want to be looking at your AUDs, your NZDs, your JPYs, or, look at the yen pairs, AUD, JPY, NZD, JPY, so on and so forth, because that's what makes sense. That's where we're going to see the flow. That's where we're going to see the liquidity, the volume, the movement. And we need volume and liquidity and movement for things to make sense technically, fundamentally, so on and so forth. And then, of course, we've got the London session, right? So your GBPs, your euros, whatever currencies that you're trading, those will be very much suitable in terms of the flow. Your GBP pairs, your Euro pairs will be very active within the London session when we're all awake and we're conducting business. I say we because I'm based in London myself. And then lastly, the NY session, everything dollar related, all dollar pairs. Obviously, that's where all the flow's coming in, the dollars, US companies doing business, so on and so forth, all that transactional flow, the big institutions coming into play. Okay, so I think it's really important that you're aware of the relevant currencies within those respective sessions because that's where we're going to see the volume and the movement. Now, going back to when I said about best currency pair for you. Now, for me, when I first started off, and I can't stress this enough about getting to know as little as possible in terms of pairs. Don't have a watch list of 10, all right? Get to know one or two first. The reason I say that is because you become familiar with that currency pair's movements, the way in which it, the candlesticks, the price action, you really get to understand like certain patterns, behaviors, and it's just better to understand one. And then once you've got to know that one and you've mastered it, you can move on to other currency pairs. But that's what I mean by picking one that's best for you, that makes sense within the relevant sessions of where you're going to be active within conducting your analysis and actually trading. I hope that helps. Thank you very much.
This video is brought to you by Skrill, an online wallet that allows traders to make their money move. Go to skrill.com to learn more and subscribe to the Skrill YouTube channel to see when they post more educational content like this.